Everyone, how's everyone doing here today? Unshaven, bad hair day, and perfect time to go strolling through the park. So, well, here we are again with the old history repeating itself. Only it just keeps getting worse each time, where Donald Trump is now moaning and groaning about, and of course lying about crowd sizes. It seems like only yesterday that years back, where you had Sean Spicer, a complete lowlife and one of the worst press secretaries we've ever seen, who said Donald Trump had the largest crowd size period, referring to his inauguration, which aerial photography clearly showed that no, Barack Obama had a far greater gathering and a crowd than Don did. But of course, when it comes to MAGA folks who are in the cult, facts don't matter, evidence doesn't matter. So once again, he's got no policy to go on, nothing. Fearmonger can only do so much, so he's got to go into the whole crowd size thing. And here again, and of course, projection, where he made a claim that during one of Kamala Harris's stops at an airport with Air Force One, I believe it was, there was a massive crowd there where he made the claim that that was all AI generated. And there was some pretty known TikTok user, I'm not going to say his name because he's kind of an a-hole, and like many other MAGA, they just jump on board and keep regurgitating the lie because, we don't bother to fact check. Again, it's not about truth. It's whatever Donald Trump says, we automatically believe. Sure. And he put out a statement saying, yeah, the whole thing was AI generated. Prove me wrong. Well, a whole bunch of TikTokers, a lot of them who were there that day, and yeah, had phones of their own, taking video footage of the crowd there by the airport from all different angles. No, it wasn't AI, which is kind of rich coming from Donald Trump because, like I said, he's simply projecting again. Not too long ago, when he staged some event, I think it was in New York City at a deli or a restaurant where all black people greeted him. Turns out they were people that used to work for him or his campaign, and he put out a few photos that were clearly AI generated because you could tell by the hands there were rather unusual deformities, which is pretty common in AI photos. I don't know, for some reason AI does good with the body and the faces, but when it comes to hands and feet, it just can't seem to get it right. But, once again, the whole crowd sizing is another way he's got to try and prove how great he is, because as usual, he is just like a whiny little baby who just constantly needs his ego stroked, who's in constantly need of attention or some type of shine the spotlight on me so I can tell everybody how great I am. And again, since he has no policies, all he can do is just rattle off fear-mongering, claiming how bad things are, which is not necessarily the case, and that he's the only one can do it, and that we can all trust him and know that he's the greater leader. Why? Because he brings in the most crowds. More crowds than Martin Luther King on his great speech in Washington, D.C., which, records show, that is not even remotely true. Nothing could be further from the truth. But I mentioned this before. I think Donald Trump should read... Oh, wait, what am I saying? He doesn't read. That's not his style. J.D. Vance, who's pretty much good for nothing, but in this one instance could be useful, could get some of the works of Sigmund Freud and read it to Trump, specifically the chapters on the male preoccupation to size. That would be probably helpful and beneficial to him, okay? Because this whole ego thing isn't working out. Now, of course, like I said, the MAGA cult's going to eat it all right up, but to the normal voters... people who voted against him before can see past all the BS. They're not sold by it. They're not impressed by it. But that's all Donald has left. So he's got to regurgitate all of the old tricks all the way back from 2016. Here's a one-trick pony with nothing new to bring to the table. Oh, I got the biggest crowds. No, you don't. If anything, some of your crowds have been dwindling. And, even then, this is not going to appeal to, like, the independent or undecided voters or younger voters that are coming up and registering to vote, in the up-and-coming election. So, by all means. And yes, the Sigmund Freud thing, I got that from Titanic, which is funny. Some of you may think that because he used this theme song from Celine Dion at one of his rallies, and I don't know if this is true. Supposedly he had a picture of a ship, the Titanic going down. That I'm not 100% sure of. I could be wrong. But it's funny he chooses that song that's symbolic to that movie about a great big sizable ship, which we know didn't end really well, which is kind of symbolic towards his campaign. It is tanking. He's coming apart at the seam and becoming more and more deranged. from slurring words to just spreading more and more lies that we've heard time again that have already been debunked and that we can easily fact check. So, whatever. So now he's got to fall back to the crowd size. What's next, Donald? Next thing you're going to tell us again, World War III is... Oh, he did already say that. Well, give us a reminder. Wow, where did this sun come from? So, keep talking, Donald. We're not buying it. We're not impressed. Your crowd sizes aren't as big as they are, and in fact, your popularity is sinking, just like the Titanic's did. So, anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.